Hi everyone, and thanks for being with me. I think that Rita Panahi is the gift that just keeps on giving. Rita is someone I believe who so desperately wants to be acknowledged, recognised, identified as a valuable contributor to the community, a critique of all matters women, all matters that relate to her. She sees herself through the eyes of others. And I've got an example of that in a moment. And I'm going to start to call this session Panahi's Envy, because I believe this particular woman is envious of any other woman who has a position of power and authority and influence, because she struggles herself to have that degree of influence. And she demonstrates again what a narrow minded simpleton she actually is. And so I'm going to present to you an example of her simpletonness as she endeavours to confront a conversation had between Michelle Obama and Julia Freitas. And I can't never get it right because it's a hyphenated name, but the woman that was in Seinfeld. So, and the VP. And she has a couple of examples of the VP, which I'll play for you, whereby if you look at it in terms of the left laughing at the left because they're taking the mickey out of Harris, then you can see that the left at least can be humorous about themselves and see the humour in what other people on the left might be doing. Whereas Panahi has no sense of humour whatsoever. She doesn't understand that actually when one looks at her takes on all of this and her version of Lefties Losing It, all we see is Panahi losing it. And what we really do see is a thing called Panahi Envy. So I'll just play this clip for you now.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start with the insufferable Michelle Obama, who appears to have created a podcast just to share passive-aggressive invective about her husband and to whine incessantly. Here she is with actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's also a Democrat activist. And yes, she's whining again. Apparently, life for the American woman is unbearable. Those women living in Afghanistan and Iran, living under Islamist rule, they should be shedding tears for these two indulged million.
Now, the interesting thing here is that as we see this video, there's no reference to Afghanistan, no reference to other women. They're talking about women generally, not just specific Afghanistan, Iranian women or whatever. They're just talking about women. It is just a general conversation, obviously, these two women are having about the state of women. A situation that someone like Rita Panahi, entitled as she is, and this is the thing, that Rita doesn't see herself as entitled, but she projects her entitlement to others. So in actual fact, she's feeling entitled, but she resents the fact that these other powerful women are expressing her version of entitlement.
They're victims.
Women, we have so many landmines and barriers and don'ts and limitations. It's, you know, I mean, Craig, you're the guy at the table, but I think it's important for all guys listening, especially men raising daughters, to realize that difference, you know, and that thing that inadvertently, as you are loving and raising these beautiful girls, there are so many rules
baked
that
in.
make us small.
Baked in without our knowing it, you know?
Oh, it's baked in, folks, baked in. Let's hear an example of this baked in oppression facing women in the West. Please educate us, Julia.
And I wish I could, I mean, I remember people saying, oh, well, she's a female doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As opposed to just, she's a doctor.
Wow.
And I guess what Dreyfus was saying, that that there is this misogynistic view of the role that women play, and certainly, you know, men are those who dominant in the dialogue in relation to how women are perceived in the community. And we tend to, and I think these women are right, that women are disadvantaged just because of the language that is used to define who they are and who they are professionally. It's not a big deal. But for someone like Rita, who can't stand the idea that there are other women in a community, powerful women, people who are more powerful than she is, who are able to articulate the struggles that women have in a society which is primarily governed by men. And she is offended. Panahi is offended that there are these women with these views, which tells us that Panahi doesn't hold these views, that she doesn't see women as these other women do, that she sees herself as a privileged class. Whereas, interestingly, Michelle Obama, one of the most privileged persons in this world at this particular point in time, can see and can articulate the struggles that other women have, whereas Panahi is unable to do that. She can't project herself into the lives of other women and how they're perceived in the world because her world is so cloistered, so encased in this cocoon of privilege that she doesn't understand or see how other people's worlds may be. I think it's sad, yet this is the way she interprets her world. So she then decides that it's going to be in her best interest to have a shot at Dreyfus and the way that she portrays Kamala Harris in her TV show VP. I think this is funny, and I think it's clever. Even though it's having a shot at Harris, who cares? But it is clever. So I don't understand, though, the point that Panahi's trying to make by playing these particular clips.
From just hearing that. Julia Louis-Dreyfus campaigned for Kamala, even though her second most famous character she played, Selena Myers, was essentially Kamala. Let's have a look at Vice President Selena Myers and Vice President Kamala Harris.
My fellow Americans, words have many meanings, and sometimes instead of conveying our meaning, they can suggest other meanings.
When we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
Well, we are the United States of America because we are united. And we are states.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Whatever we have in store cannot be known. The past was once the future. The future is, I should say, unknown.
We got to take this stuff seriously as you are, because you have been forced to have to take it seriously.
Now that's terrifying. She came this close to being president. And
I think, I don't know why Panahi sees this as a critique of Harris. It is a TV show. It is Dreyfus making a comparison, or the writers, I should say, making a stark comparison between Harris and this character in the VP. And I think it's entertaining. Yet, for some reason, Panahi sees it as an affront, whereas it is the left laughing at the left. And I think that's a good thing. It's a shame that the right wing can't see their own humour and see how stupid they are, and particularly in relation to all the stupid things that Donald Trump does. Where are they? Why are they so siding with this moron? Surely they could start laughing at themselves, just like the left were laughing at themselves. So Panahi Envy is a thing, and she is, as I said, the gift that just keeps on giving, and as long as she's giving in the way that she is, I will continue to play those videos. Anyway, thanks for being with me, everybody, and just remember to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for further notifications. Let me know what you think down below. I'm always interested in your comments. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.